Hello and welcome to the frame by frame animation video. What we're going to be doing here is a little bit different. Up to this point we've inserted symbols. Those symbols have gone into the library. We've moved those symbols from the library down onto the stage. The idea with this is much different. The idea here is that we're going to be drawing directly on the stage and we're going to be defining via keyframes, you should know what a keyframe is at this point, what a simple jumping jack looks like. Okay? And we're going to sort of state at different points that the jumping jack guy or woman should be here, should be there, and as we move through it on the timeline, it's going to create a somewhat seamless jumping jack. Okay, we're going to go over some ideas in relation to the timeline and keyframes as well. We went over layers in the last video. Only going to use one layer here. Okay, I'm going to skip to step 4, which is choose the brush tool. I've done that. I've set my color. And this is going to be the color I draw with to a simple black. I have no fill color. We've gone over stroke and fill before. And it says draw a stick figure face and torso directly on the stage while leaving rooms for arms and legs. Okay, so I'm going to draw a face, the face and the torso, and again this is pretty straightforward stuff. Sort of an alien looking guy. Are going to be the sort of constant. Okay, they're not going to move for the most part during this jumping jack, but the arms and legs are. Okay, so it says insert a keyframe via control click at frames 5, 10, and 15. Not a blank keyframe, but a keyframe, and that's going to be important here in a second. So I'm going to right click, insert a keyframe, right click, insert a keyframe, right click, insert a keyframe. Okay, so we have 5 frames per the stages of this jumping jack. It's going to extend out as we move through the exercise, but for now we have 4 segments of this jumping jack. Okay. Now, let's see here. It says click on the frame number 1 where the first keyframe should be. So I'm going to click here. I've activated this portion of the drawing, or this area in the timeline. And it says, sorry, I'm looking ahead. Choose the brush tool and draw arms and legs in the standing position. Okay, so we're beginning this jumping jack. Okay, so we're going to imagine our little stick figure guy is just sort of chilling out, standing. Okay. You'll notice that as I move the sort of playhead up here, that sort of, since I clicked on that keyframe and that keyframe sort of took up the space all the way up to frame 5, it's going to sort of fill in all that information, or sorry, fill in the arms and legs up to 5, where we have a keyframe that only has the torso. Okay, you might see where we're going with this. Then it says click on frame number 5, where there should be a keyframe. There sure is. It says choose the brush tool and draw arms and legs, moving midway up through the body. Okay, so we're going to sort of act like the jumping jack is sort of going. There's going to be 4 steps to this, so I'm going to go a little further out. Maybe the arms are coming up. Okay, it says repeat this with the for keyframes 10, 15, with frame 15 ending with the arms and legs outstretched. Okay. So we're going to go here. The legs are going to go a little wider, probably too wide. We're going up. Okay. And then all the way up. He's got long legs. Be kind of silly about this. All right. Now, let's grab the playhead. Okay. My guy actually sort of gets longer arms and legs, but that's okay. You sort of see the animated elements here. Okay, you'll see that the the torso and the head are staying still. Okay, now it says go to frame 20 and control click and insert a blank keyframe. And this is different. I'm going to insert a blank keyframe. The reason being is I want this jumping jack to go back down. Since we've made all the sort of motions of a jumping jack up to this point, we can copy what we did in the previous steps. So this is a little tricky, but sort of follow the step by step. It says go to frame 10, and then it says edit, select all, and then edit copy. Then it says go to frame 20, which would appear blank on the stage, and it does. And I'm going to choose edit, paste in place. Okay, so believe it or not, here he comes, here he comes. Now the jumping jack starts to go back down. Okay. Now it says go to frame 25, click hold, insert a blank keyframe. Okay. Go to frame 5, and we're going to do the same thing here. Edit, select all, edit copy, edit paste in place. Okay. Last it says go, let's see here. Yeah, we have to go to frame 30 and insert a frame, just a simple frame. We need that last step to sort of hold. Now the idea with Flash is that he's going to go, a Flash movie plays until the last frame. When it gets to the first frame, or sorry, when it gets to the last frame, it goes exactly back to the beginning, okay? So we actually don't need to bring our jumping jack guy all the way down because he's going to go down and start all the way over, okay, over again. So what I'm going to do is control and test this movie. And we see our jumping jack guy. Okay, you'll notice that each stage gets the appropriate amount of time. Note that if you ever want to speed things up or slow things down, please don't mess with the frames per second. Just move your keyframes. Okay, if this is going too fast, we can simply sort of scoot keyframes. Or going too slow, we can scoot keyframes and delete frames simply by clicking, holding, and dragging them. Okay, but that's a frame-by-frame animation. It's pretty straightforward. Please save this as your first name, last name, underscore, frame by frame. Please do name all these files what they are supposed to be named. The idea is that that I download these and sort of grade them per names. If everyone named their stuff frame by frame, it wouldn't be very useful to me. Remember, you have you have your first animation viewing critique called The Street. Please take a look at that. I mentioned in the last video. Email me with any questions. Yep, that's it for this one.